Hi, this is Melissa. Um, I I believe that I had a dream that was symbolic of the rapture, and I'd like to share it with you. I've actually had a few different dreams, but this one was in August of 2022. I think it might have been the 26th of August, but I'm not sure. Um, I'm not quite sure exactly what day it was, but I think it might have been that day. I had a dream. I was in the lounge room and there was nobody home. My family was not there, and this what represented Jesus in the dream, what was symbolic of Jesus in the dream that I believe came down, and I think before I left, I said, "Can I say goodbye first before I get taken?" And so this what represented Jesus in the dream came and picked me up, and he flew with me up in the air like Superman, and we're flying in the air. And I paused, and I didn't want to turn around to see who it was straight away because I think I was a little bit frightened. And then I think this thought come into my head, don't you want to see who it is? So then I turn around like a half turn because I'm in the air and he's holding me and I'm in front and he's in the back behind me. And I do like a half head turn and look up at him, and he had these really nice purple eyes. And so I was taken back by the purple eyes when I looked at him, and he said something to me, but I didn't understand what he said at the time because I was too busy in like kind of maybe in shock or something, looking at his eyes, and I didn't hear what he said. But he said something, and I'm upset that I can't remember, or I just didn't understand it at the time because sometimes when you have dreams, you don't remember everything you had in the dream. So anyway, after that, the scene changed, and I was back at my house, and I believe the scene changed to my driveway, and there was my dad and my sister, and my dad said to me as if he had already been speaking with what symbolized Jesus, as if they had been talking prior. Like that's the way, the tone in his voice, that's the way he sort of the way my dad said it, as if he'd been talking to him before. That he's coming back, he just has to do something, right? So and then I turn, and my sister is standing in front of the driveway looking to the right of my house, and we sort of live on a corner, and she was looking at all these, and then I went to see what she was looking at. And when I looked, I could see all these people coming out of, I think it was like a Telstra pit or something, because there's pits that are in the ground. All these people coming out of what I think is the Telstra pit, on the corner near my house. And so I was just looking at that going, oh my gosh, what are all these people coming out of the pit for? Those pits that when you walk down the path, those square pits that you're under your feet. So anyway, so then in my mind, I think I can't remember, I knew that I think Jesus went into what represented Jesus went into a court, and then so I sort of knew that in my head. He went across into the court across from my road. He went sorry, he went in my mind. I sort of just knew that he went into Cyprus Court, and then I walked from my driveway. I walked up, and stood on the veranda, and like in reality, if you stand on my veranda and you look out to my fence, you can't see, the fence is that high, you can't see I don't believe you can see the cars driving down the road. So I think later I realized I must have been seeing like kind of in the spirit, because this was after what was symbolic of, I believe, the rapture. So this was after that. And so and then I could see in my dream through the fence, and there was two cars. There's what was symbolic of Jesus in the first car by himself, and then there was a second car full of people. I'm just going to say roughly 30 or something, all crammed into this maybe smallish, medium-sized car, and they had these weapons in their hands, and it was like I've got a picture here. It was look like that. If you have a look on the screen, they had these weapons in their hands, but it was like a stick with like a pine cone on the end. That was the shape of the weapon. I don't know what the weapon's called, but it's just like a stick with a pine cone on the end, like a warhead or something. If you know, I don't know my weapons, so that's the best way I can explain it: a pine cone and a stick shape. And I knew that it was in my dream. I believed it was the Taliban, and so yeah, it was like there's a picture of it there, kind of like that, but a pine cone shape, and they're holding it with a stick, in their hand, so it's like a handheld thing. And I said to what was symbolic of Jesus, I think I said, the Taliban are after you, and he turned and looked at me, and said, "What?" As he was like slowly, I think probably slowly driving past my house, and this all happened really quickly. And so because now I realize I must have been seeing through the fence, in the spirit, because in reality you can't see through my fence like that. So and then he looked at me, and he looked at me with like a frown, like, "What?" And so yes, and then they both cars drove off. So yeah, that was my dream. Then I had another dream. I don't know if I have enough time for the second dream. I'll try. Then there was another dream. I think I've already uploaded this on YouTube, but I'll say it again. Donald Trump was in the dream, and he was coming down this really steep hill on the corner where my house was kind of like on a corner, and I was standing out the front of my driveway again. And I looked to my right, and I could see Donald Trump on this like plastic scooter bike for 2-year-olds. It wasn't metal, it was like a plastic scooter bike that you push with your feet, and Donald Trump was on it, pushing himself down the steep hill. And he looked at me on the corner, and then there was like this flying purse in the air in my dream. And now that I think of it, I'm thinking maybe that could be representative when they get rid of paper notes and it all becomes cryptocurrency. And then I was jumping up and down saying, "Yeah, we're going to get taken. We're going to get taken." And then that wasn't in August of 2022. I've had that dream for a while. So these are just older dreams now. And then there was another older dream prior to this. I was again in my driveway, and I was taken backwards, upside down, and there was like a colored man in the driveway, and I was sort of holding, like I was like stretching down to try and take him with me, and then I was taken up to this. Taken up to the clouds, and it was like I was in sort of like this court sort of thing, and it was like a court, and it was it's like a whole bunch of what would you say, like units, like units all joined together, and there's no way out, and you're stuck in the middle of the court, and all the windows are blacked out, and it's like a high rise, like multiple layers of high-rise units, and they're like all like all on in the front of me and the back of me, to the left and the right, and there was sort of no way out. And yeah, and I was looking around at all these blacked out windows, and that was when I was taken backwards. And then I think the dream ended there. So there, and I think, yeah, there might have been a couple more, but I think I'll just leave it there for now. I don't want to run out of time. So yeah, I just wanted to share these dreams with you. Okay, bye.